Okay, we're back for quiz 89 and we haven't been for about 6 weeks or something, but I'm going to give you the scores, but I haven't got really any scores. I know Davy and Jean got a good score, and Josie and Bill got a good score, so it was Davy and came first last week, Davy and Jean, and Josie was second. I didn't really get anybody else's scores in for some reason, I'm not sure. The viewing figures were down a wee bit, so don't know what's wrong. Right, we're going to start off 89. Question 1. A couple of tough ones in it, the test is, and there's a connection round, and then there's a double word answer. We'll explain it when I go on. Okay, Kevin Ashford and Pat Gibson appears regularly in which quiz show? Number 2. St. Swithin's Day falls in which month? And here's a tricky one. Everybody knows the song, but they don't know where it's from. The famous opera song Nessun Dorma is part of which Puccini opera? Okay, everybody knows Nessun Dorma. Any opera singer, you always in talent shows, you always sing Nessun Dorma. But what Puccini opera is it actually from? Number 4. In what decade was the traditional daily rum ration for Royal Navy sailors abolished? Number 5. Who played the title character in the film Citizen Kane? Number 6. In which city would you find the Doge's Palace? Is it the Doge's? You call it the Doge's Palace? Doges. Number 7. The Channel Islands is closest to which country? And number 8. Warwick Davis has presented 2 game shows on TV. Cannibal and what else? Okay, that's your first round. The hardest one there is number 3 for the opera one. I never actually heard of this one, but I'm sure some of you will have heard of it. Okay. Had COVID about 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks ago. And I'm cleared now, well, about 6 weeks ago, I'm cleared now about 5 weeks, but it's left me with less cough. Can't get rid of it. Hope he's gonna make me out. Kevin Ashford and Pat Gibson appears regularly in Eggheads. St. Swithin's Day falls in which month? July. And the famous opera song Nessun Dorma is part of what Puccini opera? Turandot, or Turandot. Never heard of it, like. And what decade was the traditional daily rum ration for Royal Navy sailors abolished? The 70s. It was actually 1970. Who played the title character in the film Citizen Kane? Orson Welles. In which city would you find the Doge's Palace? Venice. And the Channel Islands are closest to France. And Warwick Davis has presented 2 game shows on TV, Cannibal and Celebrity Squares. Connections round. Here we go. What is the second most populated city in Morocco after Casablanca? Number 2. The Gold Cup horse race takes place every June at which race course? Number 3. Practical joke object used to simulate farting when sat on. Number 4. Helios was in Greek mythology the personification of what? Helios. Number 5. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Houston Astros are teams in which American sport? Number 6. Which 51-mile long canal opened in 1914? And here's the one that will probably give it all away if you haven't got it so far. The charge of a light brigade took place during which battle of the Crimean War? Okay, get your scores now, get your answers down. And don't forget to let me know what they are, whether it's from YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, text message, ring me, tell me if you see me, tell somebody else to tell me. As long as you know, get a mention. If you get over 20, I'll get a mention. Here's the answers. What's the second most populated city in Morocco after Casablanca? Fez. The Gold Cup horse race takes place every June at which race course? Ascot. The Cheltenham one's in March. The Gold Cup. Practical joke object used to simulate farting when sat on. It's a whoopee cushion. In Helios in Greek mythology, the personification of what? The sun. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Houston Astros are teams in which American sport? Baseball. And which 51-mile long canal opened in 1914? The Panama Canal. And the charge of Light Brigade took place at the Battle of Crimea was Balaclava. And the connection was headwear. If you've got Fez, you've got an Ascot cap, you've got a whoopee cap, you've got a sun cap, a baseball cap, a Panama hat, and a balaclava. All headwear. Won't be too tough. If you said hats, you can take a point. Right. I'm going to give you this one here. This one's called Names in Songs. Okay. These are names or something mentioned in a song. According to a 60s song, no one came to her funeral. So I'm looking at a name. Number 2, according to a 60s hit again, who had a silver hammer? Number 3, a 70s song said this person was meaner than a junkyard dog. Number 4, according to a Wings song, whose farm would you go to if you want to lay low? Number 5, according to Shangri-La's, who was the leader of the pack? Okay, this one's I'm looking for 2 names. Okay, 2 names I'm looking here for the opening lyrics. They were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children. They're lyrics of the opening lines of which famous 60s song? They were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children. Number 7, in a David Bowie song, he said this guy was a junkie. Last one in this round. Which song did a girl rush to catch the 9 o'clock train and her mum told her to take an umbrella because it's starting to rain? Who was the girl? That's your lot for round 3. So I'm going to give you the answers. So if you don't want to hear them, you haven't got your answer, just pause it till you think about your answers you're putting down. Okay, here's the answers. According to a 60s song, no one came to her funeral. Eleanor Rigby. According to a 60s hit, who had a silver hammer? The Beatles with Maxwell Silver Hammer. A 70s song said this person was meaner than a junkyard dog. It was Bad Leroy Brown. And according to a Wings song, whose farm would you go if you want to lay low? Junior's farm. And according to Shangri-La's, who was the leader of the pack? Jimmy. Is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing? It's Jimmy. Two names I'm looking here. They were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children. Bonnie and Clyde. Georgie Fame. And a David Bowie song, he said this guy was a junkie, Major Tom. And which song did a girl rush to catch the 9 o'clock train? And her mom told her to take an umbrella because it's starting to rain. Who was that girl? It was Sylvia. Sylvia's mother. Sylvia was catching the train. Get them scores down, get them on a wee bit of paper there and let me know. Okay. Round 4. A couple of tough ones in this. In the sitcom Are You Being Served? What was Mr. Humphrey's first name? The first known case of the 1918 Spanish flu was identified in which country? Number 3, which animal class do turtles belong to? And number 4, in what magazine were the Sherlock Holmes stories first published? And number 5, a prank involving a bucket of pig's blood is part of the plot in which classic horror movie? Number 6, Queenies are the national dish of the Isle of Man. What are Queenies? And number 7, in which country would you find the town of Wagga Wagga? W-A-G-A, Wagga Wagga. Number 8, last one in round 4. According to the book of Genesis, which animal was considered to be the most cunning? Okay, write your scores down after I give you the answers and let me know. So if you haven't finished yet, you can pause it and just go over a couple of them before I give you the answers here. Okay, so if you're stuck, pause it. Okay, answers. In the sitcom Are You Being Served? What was Mr. Humphrey's first name? It was a tough one to start with. It was Wilberforce. The first known case of the 1918 Spanish flu was identified in the USA. Which animal class do turtles belong to? I always thought they were amphibians, but they're reptiles. They're reptiles. In which magazine were the Sherlock Holmes stories first published? Strand magazine. And a prank involving a bucket of pig's blood is part of the plot in which classic horror movie? Carrie. Sissy Spacek one. Didn't like a remake, but the first one was great. 6, Queenies are the national dish of the Isle of Man. What are Queenies? They're scallops. And in which country would you find the town of Wagga Wagga? Australia. And according to the book of Genesis, which animal was considered to be the most cunning? It was the snake. Okay, let's do this. Each answer is repeated. 2 repeated words or could be letters, two repeated letters or words. Which wee white sweets is named after, with colour covered in white powder and toffee inside, is named after French words, would be bonbon. Know what I mean? Bonbon. So the answer's two words repeated. Who in 1971 did New World tell to turn around? I've noticed the Sweet done it too, but they must have only done it in an album or something. No, the Sweet, they did this song as well, but not as a single. Yeah, I didn't see it as a single. I think it's an album. Number 2. Which prison is located around 30 miles north of New York City on the banks of the Hudson River? Number 3. Who had a hit in the 80s with Planet Earth? If you're thinking about these and I'm going too fast, just pause them after each. If you're thinking about it, the question, just pause it if you're on the phone or on YouTube or wherever you're watching it from, you can pause it. Number 4, what breed of dog, originally from northern China, is known by a name that means puffy land dog? Puffy land dog. Number 5. A rebellion that took place in the 1950s in Kenya against British rule. What was it called? And number 6. Which song gave the Mamas and the Papas their first top 10 hit in 1966? Number 7. Which words did Mork from Ork use as a greeting? Remember Mork and Mindy? Mork, he was Mork from Ork. Which words did Mork from Ork use as a greeting? He first appeared in Happy Days, on one of the episodes in Happy Days, but then he got his own series. But what was his greeting? Which 2 words was his greeting? Last one, number 8. Marie McDonald McLaughlin Laurie is better known by which name? Marie McDonald McLaughlin Laurie, how's she better known? That's your 5 rounds of 8. Don't forget to let me know how you've done. I'm going to give you the answers here, so you know the score. Pause it if you want to go back on a couple of them. Who in 1971 did New World tell to turn around? I like New World a little bit. I think they had 3 big hits, maybe 3 big hits in an hour. They were discovered in Opportunity Knocks, Hughie Green, from Australia. Every hit they had I liked. Like they had 3, and this was one of them. It was Tom Turnaround. Then they had Cara and Sister Jane. That was their 3 biggest hits, but they were good. Which prison is located around 30 miles north of New York City on the banks of the Hudson River? Sing Sing. And who had a hit in the 80s with Planet Earth? Duran Duran. And what breed of dog, originally from northern China, is known by a name that means puffy land dog? Chow Chow. Right, maybe it's a Chow Chow, I don't know. Chow Chow. A rebellion that took place in the 1950s in Kenya against British rule, the Mama. And which song gave the Mamas and Papas their first top 10 hit in 1966? Monday, Monday. One of my favourite groups, Mamas and the Papas. Which words did Mork from Ork use as a greeting? Nanu Nanu. And Marie McDonald McLaughlin Laurie is better known by which name? Lulu, L-U-L-U. Remember, say that there's 2 words there, could be 2 repeated letters. Well, that was a 2 repeated letters one. Lulu. Let me know how you've got on, and if you like them wee connections or them wee 2-word answers. So we're coming to 20 minutes. That was good timing. I have to hide the work shortly here. So let me know how you've done anyway, and have a good weekend. Oops, what I'll do here.